Storm Chaser is the water coaster at Aquatopia. Each of the 3 indoor water parks in the Poconos has its own water coaster, but I think Storm Chaser is the best of the bunch, and I'll explain why in this review. Aquatopia is the second water park at Camelback Mountain Resort. They originally opened Camel Beach Outdoor Water Park in 1998. In 2015, they opened an indoor water park named Aquatopia, and from day one, the park's signature attraction has been Storm Chaser. Built by WhiteWater West, this opened as the longest indoor water coaster in the world. The ride covers 756 feet or 230 meters. That's an impressive figure for either an outdoor or indoor water park. While Storm Chaser has since lost the indoor length record, it is still the longest water coaster in the Poconos region, beating Hydro Plunge at Great Wolf Lodge and Anaconda at Kalahari. Storm Chaser dominates the sight lines of this park. While many of this park's water slides head outside the building, this Master Blaster slide was built entirely indoors. You can see the drops and uphill ascents high above the midway. The color scheme in this one is a bit weird though. It varies by section. The open drops have sky blue, royal blue, and navy blue pieces. I think this part looks nice, especially on a bright day. Then the enclosed turns have yellow, white, and black pieces. I like the white and black, but I think adding the yellow is a bit too much. Storm Chaser allows guests to ride solo or in pairs. It's rare to see a water coaster allow solo riders, so it's nice if you're visiting alone. However, I strongly recommend riding in pairs if possible. First off, you carry more speed with more weight. Each raft must weigh between 100 and 450 pounds. My best ride occurred when we came close to the max weight threshold. Second, everyone uses a double tube even if you ride alone. Single riders sit in the back of the tube. These backloaded rafts go really slowly around the turns, and I even stalled out on a few rides. I had to shake myself to get unstuck. One key technical detail with this slide is that it uses water jets to push riders uphill. This is slower than the magnetic or water propulsion methods on newer Pro Slide water coasters such as Anaconda Kalahari, but it is faster and more fluid than the conveyor belt method used in Hydro Plunge. Storm Chaser doesn't have enough juice to give airtime atop the hills, but it is an efficient way to rebuild potential energy. I've only visited this park on a weeknight outside of peak season, and it was a ghost town. As a result, Storm Chaser, as well as every other slide in the park, was a total walk-on. I imagine you may encounter a bit of a wait on a busier day. It is also worth noting you'll need to carry your own tubes up to the top. Once loaded, a conveyor belt pushes you over the first drop. This is the tallest and steepest drop on the ride. Whether you ride alone or in pairs, everyone will get a weak pop of airtime here. You then shoot uphill, getting blasted in the back by warm water jets. At the top, you have an enclosed right-hand turn. This is slow no matter how you ride, and this is where I got stuck on a few of my solo rides, so unsurprisingly, the following drop doesn't really offer any negative Gs. You then head uphill and have a 180-degree turn left. This turn carries noticeably more speed than the prior one. The plunge out of it has some airtime as a result. Riding alone, I'd get a smidge of weightlessness. When riding in pairs, I'd get a bona fide pop of airtime similar to the first drop. You then head uphill. The rafts slow down mightily here on all my rides. Next is a fake out. All of the other uphill ascents head directly into an enclosed turn. You enter a brief covered section, so you sort of expect another turn, but instead of turning, you immediately drop downwards. No airtime, but it is a pleasant surprise with some zip to it. You then head uphill for the last time. Then you enter an extended enclosed section comprised of a series of twists and turns. This bit is on the milder side, but is a shockingly long finale. It has more to it than some of the standard tube slides out there. When you emerge, you have a runoff trough making a big splash before you come to a full stop. This ends the slide. So what would I rate Storm Chaser? I would give this slide a 6 out of 10. This is a solid water coaster. A few of the drops offer pops of airtime. Then the slide has good length. Some of the turns are on the slower side, especially if you're riding alone, but it's still an enjoyable experience. And remember, a solid water coaster still beats good to great slides in a lot of other genres. As noted at the start, this is the best water coaster in the Poconos. Storm Chaser has more airtime than Hydro Plunge or Anaconda, and it is a more comfortable overall ride experience. So those are my thoughts on Storm Chaser at Aquatopia. What are your thoughts on this water slide? Are you a fan? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching,